Hello Super Friends and welcome to DC TV Talk. This is the show where we talk all things Supergirl, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow and Arrow, and in this case, Black Lightning. So this first video on Black Lightning is going to be very similar to my Black Lightning preview video I did a few days ago, where I basically said what I was most looking forward to about the show. This is going to be my first impressions after seeing the Season 1 premiere of Black Lightning, which aired on Tuesday night. This is my first impressions of the show, so let's jump straight into it. First off, I really want to congratulate Black Lightning because this show was the highest premiere in views for the CW in the past 2 years, and I think that really speaks volumes to what the show is and what the impact it's having. And I feel that because of all the themes it deals with, and because it seems to be a very relative show to a wide audience, it's doing very, very well in that regard. And also I feel, putting it after The Flash was definitely a smart move as well, just marketing wise, but I think this show deserves a massive credit for that. First off, like I said in my preview video, I really like the tone. The tone is very good. It's just a perfect balance of dark, gritty superhero with just this sense of hope and family friendliness, because obviously this show has a big theme of family, but this is also very, very dark, and I feel that it's a perfect blend of kind of Luke Cage, like I said, Luke Cage Season 1 and Arrow Season 1. It's kind of like the perfect blend. This definitely feels very different, but yet very similar from the rest of the DC TV shows. Also, Cress Williams, what a hero. Literally, I mean, this guy, he just is a superhero, and I love how just good he is. There are so many, moments within the first episode where he is faced with a conflict, and instead of just shooting his electric powers, he talks to people, and he really brings them down in that way, verbally, than using violence. And I think that was just a really good way. It represents what a good hero this guy is already, even though it's only been one episode, and Cress Williams sells it to the 9. Also, I really like how Cress Williams as Black Lightning, Jefferson Pierce, he's not just this, he's not like Barry Allen was in Season 1, where he's kind of more freeing. He actually has a lot of baggage going into this. He has the whole feeling with his ex-wife, who he's potentially trying to get back with. Tobias Whale's still around, who killed his father. You have all these different elements, and I really love the storyline with him and his ex-wife. I think that's a really great storyline, and the way they're kind of reconciling in this first episode is really sweet. It's a great way of writing it. Also, his daughters, of course, Anissa and Jennifer Pierce, were both great characters. I love both of them. I think, they both represented different personalities very, very well. And especially Jennifer Pierce, who the actress China Anne McClain, I'm actually a big fan of. Or China Anne McClain, sorry. I'm a huge fan of. I really liked the writing for her character too, because she was actually representing a very grown-up style teenager, which I didn't expect to go that direction. And I just really love both of those characters, and I just can't wait to see them suited up as their own heroes. Also, that mentor guy who worked with Jefferson, I don't remember what his name was off the top of my head, but he was the older white guy. He's the guy who makes his suit, that guy, I loved him. He was easily my favorite character in the episode. He was just so good. He had quite a lot of good lines. He also just seems to have a very close connection with Jefferson Pierce, and also the fact that he's going to be the tech guy for this show. Clearly, he makes Jefferson's new suit, and I just really enjoyed his presence in this episode. Speaking of, that suit is beautiful. That suit is honestly so nice. It looks really great in action, and especially because obviously a lot of the fight scenes in this show are going to take place at night in the dark, similar to what Arrow does. You're really going to see the lights of that suit just shine in the darkness, and also this really works well with Jefferson's powers when he uses the lightning. It just works really, really well, and you can see just in all the photos and screenshots, and even if you watch the episode yourself, you could just see how nice that suit is in a dark background. I love it. So we do get to see Jefferson suit up at the end of the episode to do that motel fight scene that we saw in the very first trailer for Black Lightning, and that fight scene is great. It's so well done, it's tight, it's focused, it's violent, it's brutal, and it's really fun. It's just, he storms in there, he jumps off a roof, causes an electric surge. It's just brilliant. And I thought that scene was actually taken out, because I thought that trailer was made just to sell the show, but apparently not. They put it back in, and this is just a great fight scene. Every moment of it was fantastic. Also, we get to see Tobias Whale, who's going to be the main villain of this season, and from what I've seen so far, I like him. He seems to be a very brutal, very charismatic villain, and I love the fact that, his name's Tobias Whale, and he shoots Lala with the harpoon gun. I thought that was just a brilliant bit of, imagery and reference. I mean, this is coming from somebody who doesn't really know the comics that well, so I don't know if he did that in the comics. I assume he did, because it's definitely a very comic booky thing to do, but it just suited him so well. Like I said earlier, the themes of the show are really going to resonate with audiences, and I think that's why it's doing so well, just based on the first episode, is because it's just like the theme of family. You know, this is just such a thing that everyone can relate to, and just the idea with him and his ex-wife, like I said earlier, and then also he's having a bit of conflict with his daughters as well, because they're both kind of, you know, they're growing up and they're teenagers, and they're both kind of being a bit rebellious at times, and that's how it kind of goes. And that is a great element to the show that I think is going to relate for everyone. Also, this show does deal with racism and prejudice, and I think that's a great message for this show, because none of the other DC TV shows really do this, and I feel it's great because there's a scene where Jefferson gets pulled over by the police due to a robbery where he is the suspect, and I just feel that, you know, it's a great way because it shows that these police officers are just pulling over any black person who they can find because they know a black person did it and that was it. So I feel that that's a great way to demonstrate the racism and prejudice, and we're going to be dealing with a lot of that in this show, and I think that's great. Overall, I think Black Lightning Season 1 is going to be very, very strong. I've been very much excited for this show ever since they announced it and ever since I saw that very first trailer. And going off this first episode, the premiere, it is going to be a very good show. I think the premiere was probably one of the strongest premieres of any of the DC TV shows. I'd say it's probably above all the other ones except maybe Arrow, but I feel that this is going to be a great season going forward, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing what I get from it. So tell me what you guys thought about Black Lightning in the comment section below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and share it with anyone and everyone you know who loves DC TV and get them to join the community. Now, in terms of Black Lightning videos, I'm not too sure. I don't know if I'm going to do many videos on it just because of what's going on. However, seeing as we're lacking legends at the moment, you may actually get a video of Black Lightning every week for the next few weeks. But like I say, it just depends on what topic ideas I have and what I come up with. If you guys have ideas, chuck them in the comment section below. I'll be sure to respond. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, please give this video a like. It helps me out a lot. Also, like I said, share it with anyone and everyone you know who loves DC TV. Get them to join the DC TV Talk community. And also, like I said, stay tuned for more videos on Black Lightning. I'm not sure at what consistency or what rate, but I know I will be doing some more videos on Black Lightning, so definitely stay tuned for that if you enjoyed this. And also stay tuned for all manner of DC TV content on this channel. And I will see you guys in my next video.